Alright. I'm starting up the stream. Looks like the stream is going. Hi everyone, I'm TigerHawk3. Today we're just gonna do some more Hexcells Infinite. I see. It's one of those. Okay. Wow. Not super sure what to start with. Two and all of this, jeez. I don't currently know. Well, it can't be this and this, plus this and this. Because that would violate the two non-consecutive here. Could it be 0 of these? No, because then it would need to be both over here. So that doesn't work. It's exactly one of these, and exactly one of these. So 1 and 2, 3, 4. Okay. What else can we do? Wow. That's, anything with this 3 here? I don't think so. Exactly 1. Okay, since these are both 2, could it be 1 and 2? Could be here, could be there. It couldn't be both of these, because there's only 2 in this diagonal. Same for this. It has to be one of these, one of those. Meaning it has to be one of these, plus one of these, one of these, plus one of these. If it's here, that means it could be there. But if it's here, it could be only here. So it's here and there, or these two. The horizontal or the kind of diagonal-ish here. How much does that help? Any? I don't know. Wow. This is a very tight-lipped puzzle, not giving us any clues. I'm sure there's a clue somewhere, but I don't see it right now. It's got to be something in this top part, with all these numbers hanging out. Could not be both of these. Could not both these or both of these. And it can't be, if it's this one, couldn't be that one, and couldn't be that one because of the 2. So it would have to be this pair or that pair. Don't know which yet. This might be a single board stream, because I don't know where to go from here. Do we have any overlapping hints? One here, 4, 2 doesn't overlap. I don't know. One of these. I don't know which one. If we have it like this, could the other one be like this as well? I don't know. Don't really see any difference. So I filled in 2. Compared to the first 2 worlds, this one is actually a puzzle. Because I don't really know what to do next. So both of these 2s are either here or there. That's all they can do. What else? I don't know. I honestly have no idea. We will give it another 10-15 minutes, and if I can't think of anything, we'll just end the stream, because staring at a board with no changes is not super exciting. But I really don't see where to go yet. Does this 4 have anything to do with it? I get the feeling it's somewhere up here. Alberto Ceballos in chat says this puzzle with some terrified emoticons and apparently a monkey emoji. I don't know why they're called emojis these days. First they were called smileys, and then emoticons, and now they're emojis. I don't know. Similar to this puzzle. If this is 2, 5, is there something we can just eliminate from the start? That's just 3, somewhere around here. It doesn't overlap with anything. And the 2 sort of overlaps, but which one? Could be here and here, and then we'd be able to blank out this line. Actually, speaking of blanking out that line, 2, since this 2 has either this and this, or this and that, and this is 2, then this is, that that's the first. It will have its second one somewhere over there. Aha! Same for this one. So I can do that. Aha! I still need that. Take that. Ha. There. That was ridiculous. One. And a 2. And that's the 3. That was quite something, wasn't it? A good start. Question mark. Then what? Then what? Three and 1. Is that really all I can do? Looks like it, doesn't it? Alberto Spio says, "Yay, progress! The stream will continue." Yes, indeed. Somehow. This 2 can't be consecutive, so it's 1 on the top and 1 on the bottom. So that means for this 2, it's either here and here, or here and there. So this one has one either here or here. Means it's not this one. Same for this one. Means it's either here or here. So it's not these. Alright. Neat. That's done, that's done. Cool. I don't think we needed these 2 hints at all, did we? They didn't do anything. Okay. About this. Nothing. 1 over there. Not sure what else. But that's an improvement. Just took, 10 minutes of looking at it to figure something out. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Awesome. Now what? Now what? Is this... Not really. Actually, this is either this and this. For this 2, it was either one of these or one of these. Either way, there's one over here. And one over there. So that means it's none of these. Alright. This is a 2 like this, etc. And 2, and that's done. Okay. That's done. That has 2 already. This is a 0. And 3. And 2, and it has 1. It's 1. And making good progress, finally. Is this 2, 1, and a 2? It's 1, needs 1. Has 1 already, and that needs 1. Okay. One more in here, because we have 1, 2, 3. We need 1 more, and we know it is one of these, because it's this and this, or this and that. So we have that 4th one already, means it's not this one. 2 consecutive, and 2 non-consecutive. There we go, there we go. Uh-oh, now what? Oh, remaining 3. And this is a 3, so the 3 are all around here. So that means that these are not. 0, 2, and 1, and 1, and 3. Alright. Hooray. I don't know why it took me so long to see that, but I saw it. What's this now? What's going on here? This has exactly 1, and this 5 needs 5, and one of them is missing from here. So these are there. That's what I'm talking about. That's a clue I can do stuff with. Good. Is there anything else? Yes, exactly one here, nothing over there. And, this 2 will have either 1 here or 1 here. So this 1 doesn't have them there. 2, and 1, 5. 2 has 2, has 1 already. Question marks, okay. Question mark means here be dragons. That's what that means. And that's done. 3, 1, 2, and exactly 1 more, so this 3 needs both. And this one already has 1, needs a third, has 2, that's done. Has 1 for this column already. And 0. See, that's more of a... That's better, is what I mean to say. Now what? 1. That already has 1. And 2 over there. That's done. This 1, this 3 needs 1 more. We have 1, 2, 3, and this column can only accommodate 1, so all the rest are blank. That's fine, that's good. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No. Now is a thinky time. Let's think. That's what Winnie the Pooh Bear does when he needs to think. It doesn't work very well. This 1 will need 1 here. And since this column already has 1 here and it will have another there, then it cannot have them anywhere else. Alright. And 2, and 3, and the second, the 3, blah blah blah. Question marks all around. Awesome. Except for these. 1, 2, 3. This needs exactly 1 more over here. So it can't be this one. And this one has to be over here and not over there. We've got that, and the 1, etc. Blah blah blah. That's good. That's good. I approve. That's what I'm talking about. That's a puzzle. Now what? 4 over here, and we have 5, so there has to be a blank spot somewhere, and this is a 1. So one of these is a blank spot, and these are not. Now this already has 2. This needs a 1. We're done with that. And there's the 1, and the 2, and the 2, and 1. Question marks. Great. Awesome. Neat. 2. Can only be here. Already has 2, so that's done. 2, there's exactly 1 here, and a second there, so it's not over there. I know what to do with zeros. I can tell you that. 1 in this column has to be here. 3, 1, 2, and a third. And 0. And this 3 needs 1. 1 already has. Clear out this 1. Clear out that 1. And this is going to be a faster one. I'm pretty sure. This 2, we have 1 over here, and we need 1 more over there for this 2. So none of the others have anything in them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And it can only be 5. Well, it can't be both of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There can only be 1 blank one in this row. And if we have this being blue, both of these would have to be blank. So this can't be blue. So one of these is blank, the other isn't. So we have here and there. And we're getting close, sorta. 4 remaining. We have 1 somewhere here. And then a second. 3, 4, something. We're almost there. Famous last words. Coal Power says, I added you on LOL, Mindrick. Oh. So that's the friend request I saw today. I think I accepted that one. I was like, what could that be? Accept, I don't know. But thank you for informing me. Puzzle. We have 1 over here, 2 over there, 3. Let's go from the top down. 1, 2, 3, and I don't quite know. What else can we do over here? Doesn't seem that complicated. This one over here means we need one either here or there, and so this 2 is taken care of with these. Can't be there. We have a 1 and a lovely 0 and a 2, and we need a 1 over there. Have a 1 over there. Need 1 remaining. Only 1 remaining 0 there. Let's see one more, perhaps. Column numbers ignore gaps. I knew that. That was part of the previous one. Didn't we have to do that on, like, the other... Bling, 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 bling. Yes, I know. But didn't we have to do that here? Like, these are gaps. We didn't have to use these, I remember. But didn't we have to use... We had to use these. Definitely remember that. This stuff. So, why is it telling us that now? I do not know. It's nice to have the clarity. Remove the ambiguity of they ignore gaps. So there. 1, 2, 3, bam. And 3 is these. These are done. 2 non-consecutive. 3, that's done. That's done. 2 consecutive. 0. Second one needs to be consecutive. There. That didn't take long. Okay. Okay. If we finish this one today, it will be the last one of today, because obviously, obviously, 3 non-consecutive, and I see 4 in this, so it has to be the ends. 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so it has to be the middle, at least. One, 2, 3, or 1, 2, 3. Couldn't be any of these. 2. It has to be this one, at least. Goodness gracious. The infinite puzzles are not this complex. They're not planned, they're just random stuff that works, generally. But, not so carefully constructed, shall we say. What now? What now? 2 here, 2 non-consecutive. This 2 has 1 more somewhere. I already did this one. Okay. Could be anywhere along this line. Could be these 2, or these 2, or those. So I don't know yet. This one does not seem barren of clues, but I don't see it yet. I don't see it yet. Yet is the key. How about this stuff? There can't be 2 over here. There's at most 1, so there could be 0 or 1. I don't know. Maybe we'll call it for today. I don't know. There's people watching, so I feel like I have to soldier on. 3. 1, 2, 3. Can you count to 3? I think so. Maybe. Maybe I can count to 3. I don't know. Sometimes I can. If you are wondering whether you are smarter than a computer, can you count to 1? Because that's all computers do. They can do it really fast, though. Really fast. Computers are excellent at counting to 1. And they start from 0. And managing lots of zeros and ones. So, 2, okay. This 3 is consecutive, so there we go. Two non-consecutive, so it cannot be here. Non-consecutive can't be there. That's a 0. Non-consecutive from this 2 up here. Oh, am I in the way of the thing? I don't know how well you can see that 3 over there. Let me just a little bit. There we go. Very dense fields of numbers of cells. 1, 2, one more over here. That doesn't particularly help. I already got that one. There's 2. How about this 5? Nope, no help there. 3. 1, 2, 3. So that's great. And 2, 1 and 1, and 2, and 1. Very good. Very good. 3. Not much to do there at this point. Only need 1 more in that diagonal. Bunch more there and here. 3 non-consecutive. Doesn't particularly help. Those 4. That 4? Not really. 7 for that. 5 for that. This already has 2. 1 and 2. So no, no, no. Alright. Very nice. Very nice. Two is 1 and 2. This already has 1 in it, right over there. So all the others are blank. This is 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Neat. Three. 1, 2, and 3. Good. 1 and 2. This has 1 and 2. Oh, a 0. Splendid. Okay. 1 and 2. Looking good. How about this over here? 1, 2, 3, 4. No. 1 more in there. Several more in there. I need 1 more in here. No, no, no. This 2. We have 1 here, and we will have 1 over here. There. One, 2, 3, and no. And 1 and 1. There's the 2. And 1, 2, 3. Bam. And 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. And we need 3 and 4. 2, we have 1 and 2. So not this one. That should give us some progress. There's 1 over there, and we need a 1 for this. And that's our 1 for this column, etc., and so forth. And 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's actually complete. 1, 2, 3. Not sure about that one. 1, 2, and 3. So that goes away. That goes away. This is a 2. I know what to do with that. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, remaining 0. That means I do that. Bleep bloop blop bleep bloop bloop. Bloop bloop. Sounds like one of those Simon games with sound for each thing, and it goes green, blue, green, green, yellow. You have to do green, blue, green, green, yellow. No. I don't think so. Had to do that one. That one was necessary. But, other than that, not today. Not today. Progress will be saved. I don't want that. I want to start from nothing. There we go. Alright. So we did 4 boards in 37 minutes. First one took a while. What was that, 15-20 minutes? And then the next few were a little easier than that. So, there's people watching. I don't know. Should I do one more? 37 minutes? I think 37 minutes is pretty good stream length. Let's see. Channel stuff. As you can see, I'm in a new studio. It's not a studio. It's the living room. This is a wall of boxes that goes around to wall off a section of the living room that I can sleep in while we remodel. Because that's what we're doing. My door is a curtain that you can move aside. So apparently it's working for this. I know it's not very fancy, but it's the industrial look. It's very hip and modern retro. I don't know. Anyway, that's the stream for today. I've been thinking about what other streams I could do with humanoid sort of characters, more relatable. So I'm trying to rustle something up for that, and hopefully soonish more C++ programming. Maybe Python, Tetris stuff, I don't know, because it already seems pretty good to me. All I can think of to add is the score for number of lines cleared, instead of just like the score number, which is not a one-to-one relationship based on the lines, because it's like you get extra points for clearing more than one in a row at the same time, I mean. So that, and the ghost piece. What else is there? I kind of set aside the expand editor. Haven't done anything with that. So, Cole Powers asks, have you tried Rocket League? I don't know whether I own that. I've seen it, semi-familiar with it. It's the playing soccer with cars. You drive your car around a very large field, and the ball is like 3 times the height of your car, and you have to... It's soccer, but you drive a car around instead of maneuvering a human around. I have not tried it. Don't know if I have it. I might, but I could check now. I could check now. Nope. No Rocket League. I don't have that. Don't recall if it showed up in a bundle in a tier that seemed too expensive, or if it was somewhere else, because I've seen it around, and it's also, I think it's made by the developers of Euro Truck Simulator 2, possibly, because you can get little accessories for your truck cabin from Rocket League. Like, you can put a Rocket League car on your dashboard, you can just kind of set it there. Cool Power says, I'm gonna buy it and maybe stream some of that. Not tonight, though. That's cool. Seems like a pretty neat game, but I haven't gotten to it. I have, not only do I have games in my library that I haven't gotten to, I have games that I have keys for that I haven't gotten around to putting in my library. That's the Assassin's Creed Humble Bundle and the some bundle of indie games that are both going on right now. You can get a whole bunch of games for not much money. Lowest tiers are like $1 for a few games. It's generally pretty good if you play them. Not necessarily a great deal if you do what I do and you just say, you know, that's such a great deal, I'm gonna buy those, and then they sit there. So I'm playing the games I got to some degree, sorta. But what does this one look like? Is it crazy? Looks kind of crazy. We'd have one here and here, and then not here, etc. That sort of thing. I don't know. Anyway, that is the stream for tonight. Thank you everyone for watching. I see there's several people here, which is a few more than often, and several more than sometimes. And thanks for hanging out in chat, Alberto and Cool Powers. That is the stream. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and you can watch all of my old archived streams on my channel. They're all over there. Cool Power says, don't waste your money on Assassin's Creed Unity. You are too late, sir. I already bought it. There's also Brotherhood at that tier. I don't know. I just bought it. I'm like, for anyone not familiar with Assassin's Creed Unity, that is a game that was extremely it kind of wasn't ready to be released when it was released. It was very buggy and broken, and people were angry. I don't know if they've made any improvements. If it mattered, probably won't run on my current machine, which is from 2009. So, I think early-ish 2009. So, coming up on 8 years? That's an old PC, old. But, it works enough for most things, generally. I can't really say perfectly honestly that it works for everything I try it, because when I think something will be too difficult for it, I don't try it. So that's, Cool Power says it was rushed, perhaps. There's a good chance that it was rushed. Sometimes, these These companies have a deadline, and the product has to go out by then. And if something isn't fixed, then it's we'll fix it with a day one patch or day one DLC or whatever. That might make you wonder, why didn't they just include it in the game if it's ready at the same time? Because the game code, like the actual product they release, has to be ready and finalized sometime before that, while a patch may not have the same scheduling restrictions. So, for example, if something has to be released on August 15th, random date, maybe all of the game's basic coding has to be finalized on February 15th of that year. But a patch only needs a month of lead time, so it can be ready on July 15th. And then they just release it the same day. Day one DLC, though, is they were working on all that at the same time, and it was ready at the same time. They're just separating it from the base game, so you pay more for it. Which is sort of icky. But keep in mind, they gotta make money on those games. I bought Mortal Kombat 3 for Sega Genesis in the mid-90s. Because I'm old, I've got, you know, the gray hairs. See, right here? Gray hair for me, and there's a bunch. Anyway, so that game was $70. Expensive for a 10 or 11-year-old, somewhere around there. It's rated M for, you know, 17 and up. Didn't matter. Whatever. Anyway, that was $70, and these AAA titles that are released today are coming out for a full price of $60, which is lower, and that's without adjusting for inflation. If you do adjust for inflation, $70 back then was like $110 today. Can you imagine buying Halo 8 Returns Reloaded Infinite for $110? No one would do that. But yes, they do, because they buy the base game for $50, and then the day one DLC for another $50, and then the collector's pack for another $30, $50, whatever. I don't know. It's and keep in mind that the AAA titles need more resources these days. I don't want to compare modern games with high production values to Atari ET, but I'm gonna compare today's modern games with high production values to Atari ET. That was programmed by one person in like a month and a half. Not considered a very good game, but considering what he had to work with, 1.5 was not the normal amount of time that people were making games for Atari in. Usually several months, and it was due to licensing stuff that they had trouble getting licensed, and they said, hang on, don't do anything, and then when they got it, they said, okay, we got it, we need you to make it like now. And he's like, okay. So, that was a game. I mean, it wasn't fantastic, like, what's popular? Breakout? Joust? I don't know. There's lots of stuff. But today's games aren't one person for a month and a half. They are hundreds of people for years. That costs a lot of darn money. So, and they're charging less for the base game, adjusting for inflation. They're like half price for something that's much more expensive to make. So they have to have a lot of people buy it, like a lot, like everyone. Everyone who has the console has to buy this game. I was actually watching a video somewhere on YouTube recently about Shenmue, the Dreamcast game, that it cost so much to produce. I mean, it was a really good game, but it cost so much to produce that every single Dreamcast owner would have to buy like 2 copies or something for it to make its money back. And it's like, that's not gonna happen, because no one's gonna do that. Alberto Spio says 6 constant viewers. Today was a good day. Yes, that's I don't know where you all came from, but welcome. Cold Power says today's games are heavy AF. Yes, 50 gigs. That's for the medium-sized ones. I've heard that Call of Duty Infinite Warfare is 130 gigabytes. 130 gigabytes. I don't know if that's sold in stores. Downloading 130 gigs. I don't know if it's 130 installed or 130 to download. Usually the downloadable package is compressed in some way, I hope. But I've heard actually that the problem, the cause of this ballooning in package size for executables is because of the audio. They just make a whole bunch of uncompressed WAV files for the audio. And so you get a game that's 50 gigs and 45 of it is audio. Compressed, it could be like 4 gigs of audio. And yeah. Cold Power says, yeah, I'm not gonna download that POC. Yeah. My SSD can't handle 6 games in it. Yeah. Can't handle it. There's 6 games in it. Yes, that's, I think I might have mentioned on a stream somewhere. I think it's in the title, talking about the Nintendo Switch. I think it's been revealed yesterday, day before, something. I haven't really looked into anything about it. I just watch entertaining videos. I don't actually need to know the numbers immediately. But, so I'm currently speaking from ignorance and rumor about something that is already known. If there's not enough space in the Switch, it will not be able to handle these gigantic third-party games. It just won't. The latest I heard was that it'll be 128 gig. Call of Duty Infinite Warfare is 130. And presumably the OS takes a few gig, some space. So it's kinda a difficult situation with ballooning hardware requirements and game sizes that are possibly not being optimized correctly. Your average 128 kbps MP3 has a compression ratio of about 10 to 1-ish. 9 to 1, 10 to 1, somewhere around there. 11% of the usual size, or of the size of an uncompressed 44.1 kilohertz sample rate wave file. So if 90% of your game is audio and you could compress it 10 times, you should do that. Because people can't tell the difference between like 128 kbps AAC or like a 192 MP3 and totally uncompressed wave. It's just, we can't tell. I think we are approaching a similar thing with video, where 4K TV, you compare it to like a regular 1080p TV, HD, and can't necessarily tell the difference. I'm pretty sure I couldn't, because these glasses are not for show. My eyesight isn't fantastic. But like if you have a really large display and you're sitting reasonably close-ish to it, like a 100-inch projector or something, then 4K can make sense. Or if you have a display that's used for VR and it's this far from your eyeball, then could be good to have a higher resolution screen. But I think we're possibly running into a point of diminishing returns. The only question is when people, as a whole, with a noticeable market force, will stop caring about that. Kind of messed up cameras for a while, because the only stat that mattered was megapixels. It was an easy feature to attach a number to and say the number is higher now. It's a better camera. When digital cameras were like 320 by 240 picture, and then you blow it up to this big and you can hardly tell what it is, yeah, more pixels were important. But going from like 5 megapixels to 8, 20, 50, it doesn't matter. And the sensors aren't any better. Well, some better, but the sensors can't handle gigantic megapixel values. So there's many more pixels, but they aren't necessarily useful. They're all capturing the same garbage. So, but I think that's kind of slowed down now. There's a lot of 5 or 8 megapixel cameras, and they just work on the sensor and have a better lens, etc., which is a good thing. How did I get to this topic? I don't remember. But actually, Expand is mostly audio. It's like 600 megs out of 8, but the game does come with the MP3 and FLAC soundtracks. FLAC is free lossless audio codec, so it's lossless compression, so not as compressed as the MP3s it also comes with, but it's compressed in some way. Probably only necessary if you were totally nuts about its soundtrack, which is it's a good soundtrack, I think. But yeah. Power says it was because you were talking about your 4K glasses. Yes. But these glasses were actually $40. I'm happy about that. Have I said that on a stream before? I don't know. For the longest time, I thought glasses were hundreds and hundreds of dollars because you had to have this coating and that coating, and the frames were like $200. The reason for $200 and $300 frames is because they are designer frames. If you go into a regular eyeglasses store and you say, how about this, Gant or Prada or whatever glasses, just, I need glasses, how about these? These are $400 just for the frame because they're designer frames. These were $40. They are not designer frames. They don't have transitions coating, which is when you go into the sun it gets darker, but I didn't find that too reliable of a feature anyway. So yeah. Coal Power says, sadly I don't have the amp and headphones to reliably reproduce FLAC. Because you don't really need to. Because most humans can't tell the difference between a 128 MP3 or AAC and no compression at all. So don't worry about it. Cool Power says, I got Calvin Klein's frames. That's designer frames. It's fancy. I don't care about designer frames. I was just needing new glasses because my old ones were messed up and very old. They were actually my backup glasses because I'd had them for a long time. They'd gotten scratches and chips. At one point, my buddy, we were at the shooting range, and he got a empty brass casing, turned around and chucked it at me, hit my glasses, and put a chip in the lens. So I eventually got new glasses and it was fine, but then those glasses snapped right in the middle. I was, taking them off or putting them on, and it was like click, and they just came apart in my hands. And I'm like, what do I do now? And so I went back to my backup classes that were an old prescription and all scratched and chipped, and getting new glasses was like, I don't really want to spend $300. You don't have to. Go on the internet. $40. And I got 2 sets of backup glasses without the higher index lenses, which means thinner, basically, and no anti-reflective coating. So they were $7 each for backup glasses. That's pretty good. Cole Powers says his grandmother has gold frame glasses, even fancier. Yes, that's pretty good. I'm actually considering getting a those little ultrasonic jewelry cleaner things where you put something in and put water in it with some kind of soap agent thing, and it kind of goes bzzz and uses magic to clean things. I don't know. But because I've heard that those can ruin the coating on glasses. These glasses cost $40. If it ends up ruining the coating in a year or two, that's fine, because you should be getting new glasses every couple of years anyway, so you don't use an outdated prescription and mess up your eyes. So, I think that will be the stream for today. I have rambled for, 20 minutes? That's fine. That's fine. It's vaguely technology related. Anyway, thank you everyone for watching and for joining me, and for hanging out in chat. People who are just watching but not chatting, that's perfectly fine. But if you want to join in, that is also perfectly fine. And again, you can watch my old videos. I also played through the original Hexcells and Hexcells Plus. That's the stream for today. So thanks again. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you next time. Have a good one.